We've reported it so many times, how cancer touches everyone. Well, today's story is about how it touched me, because one of my dear friends has been diagnosed with the disease. In fact, you may know him as well. He's a young, talented broadcaster. Here's the story of CFRA's Greg Hebert. This is Greg's 7th day of treatment. He's here every day.
I have to make sure that I'm more or less immobilized on the table here.
A custom-made mask is placed over Greg's entire head and secured to the table. For the next 8 minutes, he will undergo radiation on the right side of his face in the jaw area. This all started with swelling on the side of Greg's face and neck. CT scans, MRIs, and a biopsy all came back benign. But the mass was starting to grow quickly, so this summer he underwent major surgery, cutting his jawbone in half to have the tumor removed. Doctors told him it was a routine procedure, that he'd recover in just a few months.
During the course of the surgery, my surgeon noticed that the growth didn't look like the kind of tissue that he was expecting to find.
More complex testing revealed the cells in the tumor were in fact malignant. Greg was diagnosed with spindle cell carcinoma, a rare and unfamiliar type of cancer. Only 10 cases had ever been documented in Ottawa.
The first thought is, well, that can't be because I'm not supposed to get this. Nobody around me has this and no one in my family, and this must be some kind of strange anomaly.
Just when it seemed all the questions had been answered and treatment was well underway, the diagnosis changed. The cancer was even more rare than originally thought. Greg was told he had synovial cell sarcoma. An American doctor studying the case told Greg he may be the first person in Canada diagnosed with this type of cancer.
The week following my diagnosis, I certainly went through that anger, depression, denial phenomenon and more or less shut myself off from the world.
But the roller coaster of emotions was short-lived, and Greg's fighting spirit started to shine through.
I'm not going to let this turn me into a victim. There's nothing different about me now than there was 6 months or a year ago. I'm still the same guy. I have more of an appreciation for the fragility of life, the fleeting nature of the things that we value. And so, yeah, I tell people who are close to me that I love them a bit more often. You know, I used to look at cancer as an automatic death sentence, and I think a lot of people thought that when you receive that diagnosis, well, that's the beginning of the end of that person. And I don't think anything could be further from the truth.
I am happy to report that Greg has completed his radiation treatment, although he still suffers from some of the side effects, like everything tastes bad and he's down some weight. He is, however, on the road to recovery. In fact, his doctors say the cancer is gone. As a colleague and friend, I am proud to say Greg Hebert is a cancer survivor.